Oh, this thing's on. Well, might as well just get used to this then. We'll call it a new beginning. Alright, now that I got this all set up, I gotta practice as to not looking at myself into the camera, so I'm gonna just flip the screen back there. What's going on? Hello there. So, this is going to be one of the clips that starts off this whole new journey that I'm going to try and carry out on. I've been doing social media. I've tried to do social media for about a year on TikTok and Instagram Reels. I had a lot of fun doing it, but I was just having, I feel, some sort of limitations by operating on those platforms. So I decided to take some time off and reconsider whether or not I still wanted to continue, which 100% I do. I enjoy making videos. I feel like I've always gravitated towards more longer form content as opposed to what's shown on TikTok and Reels and Shorts and whatnot. So making a YouTube video where I can make longer form content, whether or not it gauges the right audience that I'm looking for, that'll be determined based on the results of all this. But I think everybody's got to start somewhere. Everybody's got to try at least. So that's what we're doing. That's the plan. So without further ado, let's get into it. We're going to be doing a chest day today. And during that, I'll be introducing myself a little bit more personal. I want these videos to be more of like, I guess, lifestyle vlogs sort of video. So that's what we're going with for now. And we'll get started with the introduction. So let's get this chest day started. It's my favorite workout. Let's do it. So let me just give a quick introduction as to who I am. My name is Yuvraj. I'm 24 years old, born and raised in Ontario, Canada, and I fell in love with the gym 10 years ago now, which is crazy. There's not much to really know. I'm a pretty boring person, all in all. I feel like I have a creative itch. I have the desire to do things. All in all, I want to be able to grow. And in my 20s, I feel like I've gotten to a point now where I've achieved a lot, which is amazing, but now I'm at a point where I might feel a little bit stagnant. And stagnancy is dangerous. Being complacent, all that with my body, my financial status, my job status, all that. It's great, but the fact that I feel like I'm getting comfortable and I have this desire to always want to change, always want to try to achieve more. I'm trying to figure out what I can do next. I want to find something that I like to do passion-wise, and I found a great itch for content creation, recording gym videos, fitness videos, and whatnot. I got into it through it just being a hobby and not feeling the need to grow, build a fan base, or make some sort of a living out of it. But now I feel like I'm at a point now where I'm just starting to get a little bit more serious about it, and I want to try at least. That's the main thing I'm always going to preach on this channel probably, is just trial and error over and over again until something sticks. It's like throwing darts at a board, and sometimes a couple of them might completely miss the mark and hit the wall and cause a horrible damage to your wall, and then you gotta call a contractor and whatnot to patch it up and paint it if you're not the greatest at those sorts of things. Other times you might get something on the bullseye out of straight luck, right? This isn't something that I'm skillful at. However, I feel like your 20s are definitely meant to screw things up and just see what sticks and see what doesn't, right? Life hasn't gotten serious to the point where if this fails, it won't be a catastrophic impact on my life, because I feel like I've built a great foundation for myself. All this is just betting on myself. Gonna have to pace myself a little bit better. Obviously, when you're recording yourself, you have to, I've seen from other videos, kind of work out in silence, which is something I'm also gonna have to get used to. So let's see how that is, right? We wanna get the most cinematic, crispy shot. I got a shotgun mic on my camera, so even if there's some music playing, it would probably catch that in the audio. So now we're gonna have to get accustomed to ASMR workouts if I want this to go the way I want it to. However, it will just build more discipline, so it's all in all, it's a win. All right, let's get this started. Probably should have been tracking this on my watch. I haven't done that. There we go. We're working now. So I am what I'd like to classify as a push specialist. I'm better at the pushing motions, more so things such as bench press, chest press, shoulder press. These things I have always had stronger numbers in. Definitely more of an upper body dominant type of worker. But granted, we do still hit legs. We try our best, not as often as we should, but it is what it is. So all in all, I've been really good at getting my numbers up for bench. I'm only right now sitting at about 185, I'd say. And I am able to hit a PR of 315, which I'm very happy about. When I did hit that PR, I was about 175 pounds. I took a little break from benching since, so as a result, we're gonna see if we can still hit that. First video on YouTube, hopefully we can hit the 315 bench. That'd be really cool. That 2 plates felt pretty good, and we're just gonna keep it going. Dropped the weight on my foot. Just realized I didn't have spotter arms on my bench for that last set. If I would have hit that, I probably would have died. That's not good. We're gonna put those on right now for the next one because we're going for 315. That one felt pretty good. I keep my working sets pretty low reps. As you'll see throughout this, I do various sorts of exercise, not just lifting weights. So I get my conditioning and cardio elsewhere, not from the weights. Weights is just for the strength, baby. All right, here we go, 315. Gonna throw some chalk on the hands because this bar is feeling a little slippery. The weather's finally getting good over here in Ontario, so when you work out in a garage like I have, you gotta make sure on heavy lifts like this, you got enough grip. Come on. Ah! Oh man. Alright, I'm really glad I could still hit that. I was going into this thinking I couldn't. However, it's a big relief that I can, so I'm still very happy about that. So I've been working out in my garage for, I want to say, about coming up on 5 years now. I built this garage gym during COVID lockdown times here in Ontario. And I haven't gone back to a public gym since. I've built this place into something convenient, something functional, and something that makes sense for me. What that means is that it's a very bare bones garage gym. You're not going to see many machines, things like that. It's more so like the free weight, the rack, the bench, the bar, and some cardio equipment. I'll do a tour on a later date. Just another idea for a video I have, and that way you'll see my setup and what I've done with it. It's definitely still a work in progress. It's not where I want it to be. However, I have forever to upgrade it to my liking, and so on and so forth. So I'm excited to see the change in the gym eventually when it does happen, but for now, this will do, and I'm excited to show you guys when that day comes, so stay tuned. We're gonna go to pause reps now on bench. I can't get up. There we go. One thing I love about having a home gym is just being able to have my own space. Obviously, not having to wait for the public, all those basic other things. However, I feel like a fatal flaw that a lot of people make when trying to build a home gym is that they'll have the basic unfinished garage sort of look with the gym equipment inside it, and that's it. I believe that in order to work out in an environment where you want to show up, you have to make it look like that environment. So, like I said, my gym is very bare bones. However, it does give more of, I feel like, sort of that old school dungeon sort of vibe, where I can just lock myself in here and just act the way I want to. I can slam weights, I can grunt, I can yell if I need to. I can unlock that monster if it's needed. And I feel like I've built more of an environment here to do that, as opposed to, say, for example, a public gym. So it does take discipline some days to show up, because I don't know, you just might not feel like you want to work out at your house. However, I feel like the environment that I've built here, painted the walls, put the mirrors up, got some decent lighting in here, made it feel like a place where I can better myself. I think that is one of my biggest accomplishments and achievements in life in my young adulthood. I don't think I'm ever going to go back to a public gym. You'll probably see me do some day passes here and there at Good Life, the Mega Gym Canada, but right here where I am, this is home, and this will always be it for me. I think now I'm certain that even if, for example, if I wanted to diet, if I wanted to end up doing like a bodybuilding show, I have everything I need here to succeed for that. So for that, I am very grateful. Already warmed up. I am pretty gassed right now. So regardless, we're gonna go for 105s. Just see how many I can bang out. Reps probably won't be as clean, but that's okay. Gotta try. One more. That's failure. It's good enough for me. That pretty much concludes it for the chest day. It's pretty good. Super pumped. And I'll follow up with you guys in a little bit. But I'm just gonna take my supplements. I'm going on a walk after this. It is not easy to edit videos on a computer. So I'll be completely honest. This video has taken me 2 weeks approximately to edit, on top of balancing life, going to work, and whatnot. And it's really humbled me in this whole process of trying to get this channel started, trying to get this going. It's trial and error, like I stated in this first video, over and over again. Man, I really doubted myself at some points, but we finally made it. I just wanted to add this clip as a little Easter egg at the end of the video. If you stuck around to the end, you know, I really want this to go somewhere. I really want to make this work, and I want to make sure that, you know, I give it my all. And I think not giving up on editing this video, even though it took me 2 weeks, learning the editing software, learning how things work. I was using DaVinci Resolve, and then halfway through screwing up the whole video and having to start over again. It was a real headache. My neck hurts, my back hurts from sitting down and editing this video. I need a massage. But you know, I really hope you guys enjoyed. Please subscribe to the channel. It's really going to help out in the long run. And stay tuned for more things. As soon as this video gets put up, it's just on to the next video, on to the next edit. So this is my life now. This is where I'm going. This is what I want to do, and I'm seeing it through. So thank you guys for sticking around, and see you in the next one.